Nose whistle. Soda. Hidden cat. Bitch wall.
Yes, we go!
Hi! Hey, you're Joe Paisley. I'm Dan Cummins.
Hi, and I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here.
And before we do anything else, just take a quick second to say,
Happy birthday! Happy birthday to Ezra.
Ezra, big 08.
It's big
This
8.
past Sunday. Big 8. We got him nothing but fans and ski lifts. You should see my backyard. It's a ski resort.
That's
now.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's sweet.
But it's wind powered. No, fucking. I love you, buddy.
Yay! Happy birthday, Ez.
Glad you're 8. And then let's get another talk about the upcoming Christmas gathering, because we put this on the back end of the last show.
Yeah,
so let's put it on the front end of this one.
I'll burn through it here.
Okay.
December 19th, 6 p.m. Pacific time. It's a Sunday night. Is going to be the 2021 Bad Magic virtual gathering, and it is free. So we're going to watch a Christmas movie, have a little watch party, preceded by a studio tour, have a little Q&A afterwards. We're watching A Christmas Story. You'll shoot your eye out, kid. That classic.
I love when the Santa kicks him in the face.
Oh, yes.
That's the best. Just back down the slide. Bop.
And Amy Sedaris plays the elf there, and it's so good. I love when the dogs get after the turkey. And I just love the dad. Just always just so angry. Just so many swear words.
I think it reminds a lot of people of their dads.
Yep, absolutely. So to get on this, you just go to scener.com/A Christmas Story. It's SCENER.com/A Christmas Story. Now
We'll put that link again in the episode description.
Yeah, so it'll be really easy, and then and then it'll walk you through the process. It's very intuitive.
Click on it, make an account. It'll tell you like when we go live. It's really
it's a pretty cool little system. We've used it a lot over on Scared to Death with some Patreon fans there, and it's no one has it's very simple.
Yeah, very cool.
So what I'm trying to say is, if you have a problem, it's
your fault.
Then you're too dumb to watch movies, and that's.
And that's your fault.
And that's your fault.
That's your problem.
Might be your parents' fault. Could be, I don't know, maybe a head injury. I don't know what's going on.
Whatever it is,
it's not Scener.com's fault.
The blame's coming back.
The blame's on you. No, but I hope you can join in. And you do have to go and either rent or buy this movie on Amazon Prime to be able to have it link up. We don't make anything, but the Christmas Story people, they don't care about our fucking party.
No, they wish they could give two shits.
They give two shits.
Whether or not we wanted, we're entertaining our fans. I don't care. $5.
Yeah, fucking $5. It costs us money to make that movie, son of a bitch.
Fucking Jerry $5 running whatever company made the Christmas movie. I don't even know what industry or what film guy made it. We're just gonna skip through all this shit and just get right into the juice warmers.
Let's warm some juice.
Let's do it. The very super most important starting question.
And before we warm some juice, is this the Christmas week episode?
No.
Okay, next week.
Yes.
We're recording a little advance. I didn't want to miss out on saying happy holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that'll be, next one will come out on that Wednesday before it.
Okay, good.
Goddamn. This was sent in by Dummy Rose, and it's gross.
Okay.
Would you rather,
and
this first one would drive you fucking insane. Both of them obviously would, but
yeah.
Have your nose whistle loudly every time you breathe.
I have a reference to that in one of my new jokes and stand up right now. A nose whistle.
I bet. Or all the food you consume has to be chewed by someone else first.
Oh, that's fucking disgusting.
That is, I wish.
I hear Zach screaming in the other room.
He's chewing food. Zach, you chewing my food?
I'm getting it ready for you.
I mean,
awful.
That is pretty awful. There's nobody.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the whistle. Oh my God, that's bad. Ugh. Every time you breathe.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Those are tough. That's a tough one.
Nose whistle guy on a treadmill. That's like a funny choo-choo train.
Shame to. Just yell.
During sex.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna.
It's so bad.
So bad.
It's so bad.
Sleeping next to that. Fuck that. Divorce. But all your food consumed has to be chewed by someone else first.
Man.
Fucking no.
Rose striking a chord.
I know. This is one of the tougher ones we've had in a while. It's so evenly bad.
And it's your whistle. It's your nose.
Right.
So again, you probably get used to how annoying you are.
I know, but I hate that sound so much.
I wish I had a whistle.
Think how good food is when you masticate it yourself.
I know.
They're robbing you of the deliciousness of food.
But you never have to go to the dentist again.
Yeah.
That's a bonus.
Never get shit. Like you floss
ding.
less, right? Because it's all chewed up. You're not getting stuff ground up in your teeth.
Have to worry about losing teeth or
But God, every bite, someone is basically throwing up in your mouth.
yeah, Mama Bird it.
Right,
Mama
right.
Bird. I mean, they don't have to like liquefy it. They don't have to like throw it up back. You know, it doesn't have to go down and then come back up.
No. They're just chewing it.
But it's what a weird. What if that? Okay. What if you were you were smart and rich enough, like you made that fucking cool. We were like, I have so much money, I don't have to chew my own food.
Right.
And so you're at this fancy ass restaurant and you have Bob, who is an intern, who sits down and cuts up pieces of steak for you, chews it, and then puts it on your plate. And you dip it in ketchup and away it goes.
Man. Imagine going out to restaurants.
I know. You would never be able to go out to any restaurant ever again. That's lovely.
For a second there, I was trying to think like, well, what if you had them chew up the whole meal, spit it into a bowl, and then at the end they hand you the bowl and you just get to drink it. But that's still really fucking gross.
Like the difference between having a breakfast burrito and a breakfast bowl. Like that type of thing.
Right.
It started as a burrito.
God.
And they just mash it all up. It turns all your food into mashed potatoes, which I don't mind that consistency. And we have to say you can't get sick from it. Well, I guess maybe you could.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I guess that's not part of the rules. Like, yeah, you don't have a professional chewer.
All right, you're not getting sick, but still, it's just so fucking gross.
Oh, survival setting. There's no one around to chew your fucking food.
Then you just don't get to eat, I guess?
Yeah. You have to go make friends with a gorilla.
Or I wonder if it's like a magical
Trying to explain to a gorilla, spit it back out. What? You just gave me this apple. What the fuck? Spit it out. It's my apple. God damn it, that'd be so confusing to someone who doesn't understand what you're trying to say.
I got a workaround. Sorry.
Yeah. What is it?
Soup.
Soup?
Soup forever. That's what you eat forever.
I
Soup.
fucking love soup.
You won't be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, they just take the soup, put it in their mouth, spit it in your mouth.
My body is 90% soup.
Yeah, you love soup.
Big fan.
I'm trying to think of a fun twist on the nose whistle, where it's like to make that like what it. I mean, there really isn't one. I guess
you could start track meets.
Mm-hmm. If you had like a loud one,
you just hold your breath really long time and just,
oh my God.
And they just fucking take off running. That's really all you could do. Referee, goddamn,
most confusing referee,
an NBA referee running down the court.
Oh my God,
you have to have a silencer that you put over your nose,
and then you just lift the silencer to like
foul. Never forget your whistle. So that's a job opportunity.
I hate both these choices so much.
Me too.
But I'm going to have to go with nose whistle because I can't handle every meal somebody chewing all of my food and spit into my mouth. I'd rather fucking starve to death than have that.
And be forever lonely. No one's going to hang out with you.
Right.
You're not going to do any of your shows anymore.
No, I'm going to be a weird hermit. I hang out in a cabin.
Danny nose whistles.
I hang out in a cabin where I have solar panels, and most of the power goes to fucking a music player. I'm by myself out in a cabin, way out in the woods, listening to loud music all the time.
I don't want to beat
loud enough to drown out my fucking own nasal whistle.
We don't have to do it. I want to beat this joke into the ground here.
Yeah,
but mouth trumpet to nose whistle for Eye of the Tiger. Like so,
oh my God.
If you could find a way to tune it, tune your whistle. And you'd have a lot of time on your hands. Mm-hmm. So maybe you could have a little sinus.
That would be awesome if you did like the mouth, and then you switch over to the nose.
With perfect harmonies. Okay, yeah, so I'm going with that too.
Okay.
Because the food thing's impossible. I'd rather be alone and have like some tasty turkey than have someone else have to chew up my tasty turkey.
Yep.
Thanksgiving, you'd probably eat less. Maybe good portion control.
My God, you just you marry a deaf woman.
Dog, you win.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
We knew there was
there's a loophole. You live with a deaf family out in the woods.
Right.
And then you have a hot ass. Oh, what's that actress's name? She was really big in the late '80s, '90s. Deaf actress and fucking would kill it in dramas.
Zach, you got the help.
Beautiful.
I wasn't born yet.
Marilee Matlin, something like that. Oh my God.
Matlock.
Matlock, the old lawyer. The old lawyer on Matlock.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Why did I just picture Michael Jackson on stage? Like
Marlee Matlin.
Oh, perfect.
I was just gonna say that. Marlee Matlin, yeah.
Marlee, you know what? Let me get a picture of now, just for any YouTube watchers. I used to have such a crush on Marlee Matlin, and
I've never heard this name before in my entire life.
You've never heard? Okay, Zach.
Oh, I see.
Look at that.
Okay.
She's oh my gosh, she was like one of the most beautiful actresses of her day, easily.
Very cool.
She was awesome.
And a great actress.
Awesome. So that's the Poopo Loophole.
That's the old Poopo loophole. Okay, all right, there we go.
Downside, have to learn sign language. Upside, she can't hear you whistle through your nose.
she can't hear that nose whistle.
So it's a little legwork on your part. Got to learn a little sign language.
Right.
But I think that's worth it. It has to be.
Or if I'm going to go out in the cabin with Lindsay, she just has to wear, because she would get so mad at me for a nose whistle.
She's
mad.
not going out there.
And she doesn't want to be out in the cabin.
You guys wouldn't even be together.
I think she would leave me. I think she'd leave me over a nose whistle.
Which I would understand. Listen, baby.
Right.
Trying to apologize, sobbing with a nose whistle. Just a wet ass fucking. It's like kind of bubbly.
Ah! All right.
I'm sorry. If I could stop, I would. Okay, let's move on to Is We Dumb?
All right.
And this is about squeezing bodies. All right.
Yeah, if I seem
All back.
if I seem stiffer today, so my dumb thing that Joe brought up, dumb similar things that he had done. And we were like, this is perfect for today. Is a couple days ago, I got one of those weird neck kinks. I don't know. I'm sure they're pretty common. Most people, I think, get them at some point.
The older you get, the worse they become. Like sometimes they'll come and go when you're younger. Like, oh shit, my neck kind of hurts for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And now it's a week. It's like a month.
Right.
You're fucked now.
And I was doing this fight camp, little boxing workout, and all of a sudden threw a right hook, and my neck just went bing. And I was like, and I've had that happen so many times,
done.
where I'm like, God damn, like this is okay. It's gonna be a fucking annoying week. And I'm like, no, 'cause I was feeling so good. I was feeling so good going into it.
So your boxing gloves down.
Yep.
Fuck this.
I tried to do another round, and I'm like, no, this is just making it worse.
Right.
So then my neck, freezes up throughout the rest of the day, and then I'm the weird, like fucking Frankenstein robot guy.
Robo Dad.
Yep, just like doing a whole body twist just to look around at people because I can't swivel my neck. And then so I decide to get a massage to loosen up my neck because I'd never tried that before. I'm like, oh, maybe I can try and get a deep tissue massage. I'd heard about this place that like would take like last minute kind of people. I was able to get Lindsay and I in there last night after dinner. So we go down there, and this guy is fucking strong. Like, and they always ask you at the beginning of the massages, tell me if it's too much. And I literally have never tapped out. In my head, I'm just like, it's like a weird streak I'm on. And I've never tapped out. I've never said it's too much, even when it's hurt so bad.
What is that with us?
It's like a weird dude thing. I don't want to show weakness.
The last time I got a massage has been years ago now. There's this giant dude, Swedish dude named Sven.
Yeah. Perfect.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Super strong. He was huge. He was like
Thor.
Like 6'8". Like he was a fucking massive man.
Oh, wow.
Biceps were probably 20 inches around. He was huge, and he's just squeezing people.
My God.
That's his job. He's like, what can I do? I don't know what else to do. Like, well, I guess I can squeeze people. So he was squeezing me.
Yeah.
And he goes, on a scale of 1 to 3, and he just tell me 3. And then he's doing it, and I want to turn around and punch him.
Yeah, it's so
That's
painful.
how bad it hurts. But he goes, is that okay? And you go, yeah. Oh, wow, it feels really good. But inside you're crying.
Yeah.
And you wish you'd be like, is there a level 0?
Oh.
Can you pretend to touch me?
This guy, we're talking about breathing. This guy was getting a workout on me. He was doing like the heavy breathing by the end. He was sitting on my back at one point. No, not kidding. I've never had that happen during a massage. He was great. He was a great masseuse.
I think you need to call the cops.
But he was sitting up on my, sitting on my butt basically.
He's naked.
He's naked. I'm naked. His dick is in my butt. But I'm not going to tap out. He's asking me, is this too much? And I'm like, no, fine, it feels good.
I have to get this out quickly.
Okay.
And then we can move on to this guy sitting on your
Sure.
butt. Deep breathing with the nose whistle in a massage room fucking kills me.
Yes.
He's like, okay, deep breath. Like as he pushes in.
Yeah.
Like you kind of adjust it a little bit.
Like a squeaky toy.
Right. Turns into a
Like a
fucking
dog's
squeaky.
toy.
Turns into a squeaky toy. Carry on.
So he is, but he's given it everything. He's not a big guy, but he is wiry. And he asked me sometimes, like, is this too much? And it hurt so bad.
I know.
Like, at one point, I remember thinking, like, God, I hope he's done soon because I might have to tap out this time.
God, I hope his arms fall off.
God, I hope his arms fall off. But I don't. And then I did feel a little, definitely better, like, coming out of it. And I'm feeling better now. But I woke up just from pain. Just woke up hurting and then like basically rolled out of bed because my entire upper body was practically immobile. And I'm like,
smushed.
What did I do? But it feels like somebody took a giant baker's like rolling pin and just for an hour just like, do you like just up and down my back. Yeah.
And I don't know what that is because I've done the same thing. I haven't gotten a ton of massages, probably 5 my whole life.
Yeah.
And all of them have been, I will never retreat.
Yeah.
I pick 3 and I'm doing 3 level. And no
Right.
matter how
Yep.
bad it hurts. And why?
I can take it.
Why no? But just like,
Give me your best.
ouch,
Give me your
ouch,
best.
It really hurts right there. But instead you're like, fucking deeper,
Do it.
bitch. Yeah, you're insulting him like some
Right.
kind of weird.
to make him push even
Is
harder.
that all you got?
Is that all you got?
You're trying to get the upper hand somehow. He's like rolls his eyes like fuck. He just digs his
Yeah,
elbow
exactly. His
through
elbow-
your body.
He's just popping ribs. You just hear all your ribs crush. Is that all you got?
You go, bitch.
Listen,
You go, bitch.
it's not a good massage till I can't breathe.
Has anyone ever talked shit to the masseuse?
Oh my
Because that's really funny
That
too.
is funny, just to get him worked up.
Oh, is this a 3?
Listen, Tinkerbell, I came here for a massage, not a fucking tickle fight.
Right.
Get in there, goddammit.
Like this. like you have some kind of weird. Like you're like, is there a bed of nails I could lay on? You fucking bitch.
You roll over really quick and just slap him in the face more.
Grab him by the neck. I said 3.
I said 3.
But it's the same thing with
I'm
like.
sorry, I get this out of my head now. You roll over and you're this crazy aggressive, like you're insulting him and everything, and then they're like going down, they're like massaging your upper legs. Higher.
Right.
Like, my balls.
Punch
Put
'em.
your fucking elbow into my goddamn balls.
Sit on my
Put all your
balls.
weight on it. Pop them. This massage isn't over until you pop my fucking balls, Tinkerbell.
I'm not leaving here until you have my balls in your hand.
Right.
Ripped detached. Then I'll leave.
Until I hear the ball liquid inside my sack leaking onto the fucking floor,
Yeah.
this massage is not over.
Yikes. Just, fuck. He probably would never go back to work again. That'd be the worst experience of your life. What a weird thing to force somebody to do. Squeeze your balls till they pop.
When they're I'm like,
Yeah.
When they're asking you, it's like instead of asking you, is that too hard, or they're asking, is that hard enough? Is there blood all over the floor? No. Just keep rubbing until this room is filled with my fucking blood. Just like the most insane masseuse.
I love that. But it's the same thing with like going to a barbershop when they fuck your hair up. And they go, you like
Yeah.
that? You're like, yeah, it's great.
Right.
And you walk out, you're like, ah! Like it's just you look in the mirror and you're like, fuck me.
There's certain like service jobs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just-
just have a hard time being mad at
Your
them.
food comes and you're like,
Yep.
is it good? It's shit. You just don't feel like dealing with it.
Yep.
You're like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucking
it's great.
best hammer we ever had.
Which is stupid because like we make fun of like the 1-star people for like just needlessly trashing businesses, but it also is stupid to needlessly give like ridiculously positive feedback.
Yep.
Because then people don't fucking learn. But I had that thing with a lady. She was a super nice lady in Santa Monica that would cut my hair, and I finally like I thought I was going bald for a couple years. She was using thinning shears on the top of my head for 2 years.
Yeah.
Obviously my hair's getting thinner and thinner and thinner, and I'm like, there's pictures of me from there. I'm like from like the top, and I'm like, holy shit! Like I
Wow.
had way less hair up there than now.
Yep.
And like I ended up going on finasteride, like this generic Propecia, because she was making me bald. And I finally figured out it was her. I was like, wait, are you using like thinning shears on top of my head? And she was like, yes. And instead of being like, why would you do that? I was like, oh, okay, can we just maybe not do that today? I still had her cut my hair that day. And then still gave her a good tip. And then I didn't go back. But it's like, that's so absurd. Just, yeah, it's like a weird, certain, I don't know, polite guy thing.
All right, yeah. I think you just
Take it
kinda,
too far.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like there's really absolutely no excuse though for the massage thing. Just
I know.
fucking say softer.
Right.
Ouch.
Like, because like, when have they ever been like, oh, okay, you little fucking pansy baby boy. Hey, we got a pansy baby boy who wants it softer.
Ringing a bell.
Yeah, they ring a fucking bell.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
All the employees come
Pussy
in.
bitch.
They just line up and mock you when you leave.
Shame.
Shame, 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 shame.
You're like, oh, let's out. Can we just go down to level 2? He goes, yeah. Get up. He gets you off the table. It's like, go over that board and write your name on the bitch wall. Yeah, it's like there's like a bunch of just sad.
Some guy runs in and takes your picture. Like, what are you doing? It's like a Polaroid. Like, we gotta put your picture on the bitch wall. Like, what? Well, I just wanted a little bit softer.
Well, maybe next time you won't. As he pushes a little thumbtack through it. Anyway, lay back down.
When you go to pay at the end, he just fucking slaps you so hard in the face. We don't want your bitch money. Get out of here.
Right. Here, baby, I didn't have to work for this. Bro, I just like touched. I just like grazed you.
I just fucking blew on you.
Right.
God, you fucking
I pretended
crybaby.
to touch
Get out of
you,
here.
fucking crybaby. Get out of here. Shame. Shame. Get up there. Go over the bitch wall. Okay, let's move on to Dumb Dumb Idiots.
Okay.
Okay, now.
Dumb. Dumb, dumb. Dumb. Dumb, dumb. Idiot.
If you're a masseuse, please start a little bitch wall. just give it a go. See how it might be great for business. And if they're anything like us, you'll just never have to dial it back. You get to beat the shit out of some people.
What a funny
Make money.
concept. And to walk in, like they have in the lobby. Like when you walk in for your first time, you're like, what's the bitch wall? And it's just a bunch
kids,
of guys.
women,
just like,
guys. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
If they ever dial it back, hey, a little softer, like, get up. The next thing you hear is a Polaroid click.
Half the people in the photos are like got tears in their eyes and stuff. Just like they're so upset.
Wearing the same robe. Just crying. It's like I'm a bitch on the front of this robe that you have to put on for your Polaroid picture. So this first story, well, I guess it's the only story we're doing today for Dumb Dumb Idiots. But the first part I want to talk about is how you don't do a prank.
Okay.
So, influencers sent to Gulag for 3 to 5 years for pranking a taxi driver. Now, I don't know how to say this guy's name.
Some influencers got sent to a gulag for 3 to 5 years.
You'll see why.
Oh man, good luck running your TikTok there.
Right. Ion.
Instagram. Sorry.
Ion Tusapoof.
Ion Tusapoof.
Has 1.2 million followers on Instagram, and he filmed a prank that he's doing on a taxi driver back in March of 2021. Okay. So 3 pranksters have been jailed for 3.5 years for pranking a taxi driver. In the video, passengers initially sit down in the car, but then ask the driver to help out their friend with the shopping bags.
Okay.
You know where this is going?
I don't.
A bunch of names that are just a bunch of consonants were found guilty of committing a crime under paragraph 2 of Article 166, which is my favorite paragraph of Article 166.
Of the Criminal Code of the Russian Federation.
Right. And they were sentenced to real imprisonment for a period of 3 years to 6 months while serving punishment in the general regime penalty colony. It just goes on to...
God, it gets sent to a fucking penal colony?
So here's what it is. In March, bloggers called an Uber-type taxi for a prank. When the car pulled up, 2 of them got into the cabin, asked the driver to open the trunk, help their friend out. After the taxi driver got out, one of the bloggers got behind the wheel of the BMW and just drove away.
Oh.
That's funny.
Oh.
Can't do that.
I did not see that coming. Okay.
Filmed the videos.
They just stole his car.
Came back and basically said, come on, we're just kidding. We're just kidding. And he's like, fucking nope. Cops already called.
3.5 years sounds harsh for this, though.
But fuck you.
No. They should have gotten in trouble. They
Yeah.
should have gotten in trouble, but they brought it back.
Sure. But
Still dick move. But I'm like, come on, like a month? 3 months? 3.5 years? What a country!
he must have
Russia!
Guess what? No one's going to do that again.
Nope.
And if they got 1 month or a little slack, guess what? There'd be more people doing it.
True. But there's got to be, I would say...
I think it comes down a lot to the influence,
3 months.
What he has. So 1.2 million followers, you show off that prank.
I got you.
You're showing a lot of other dumb
That's
shits
true.
that it's okay to call an Uber driver and
just steal
pretend
their
to steal their fucking car. So that is an example of a not good prank.
No.
But this got me going down a wormhole of looking up other pranks, and it reminded me of a certain prank, and then I found one that I didn't know existed that's along the same lines that's incredible.
Yeah.
So the one it reminded me of when I was thinking about good pranks was there's this guy that was documenting what he did to his coworker, where he took a speaker, a Bluetooth speaker, and then hit it in the ceiling.
Oh,
yes. And then turned it down like super quiet. God, I'm trying to think of what song it was.
We've talked about this, right?
I think we talked about in The Secret Suck.
Yes.
I forget what song it played
because
at this time.
it inspired me to prank Kyler with that little Bluetooth prank.
Right. So you keep it super quiet, and then he just sat back and documented his friend. Oh,
So
I think
good.
it was Staying Alive. I
think you're right.
I think it was Staying Alive.
Over and over.
Staying alive on one.
Yeah.
In the ceiling. So this guy
the
didn't know what it
faintest.
was, and he thought he was losing his fucking mind. Like, no, I don't hear it. And he just documented the whole thing, and it was super funny.
Yeah.
But this is the same prank that
Okay.
went a little bit crazier that I love that I want to share with everybody. So if you're a fan of the TV show The Office, there's no shortage of pranks that pulled in their fake office. Well, one fan of the show, who shall remain anonymous, pulled a prank on his own accounting office that was inspired by the TV show and caused his office to be shut down for over 3 hours.
Okay.
The employee who shared the story anonymously on Reddit claims he thought it'd be funny to put a Bluetooth speaker in the ceiling and play sounds of cats over it. I found an 8-hour video of cats meowing on YouTube that was perfect, explained the Redditor, who then allegedly paired the speaker to an old phone before hiding both devices. the phone on the empty desk, and the speaker underneath the ceiling panel. It was perfect, the prankster recalls. You could only hear cats if you listened really close. It sounded like there was a cat in the ceiling, but you really couldn't tell exactly where it was coming from. So the prank worked quite well, a little too well. And after being at work for a few hours, and the sounds of cats bellowing out through the office, a few coworkers became concerned and contacted the business maintenance department. Returning from break, the employee claims the maintenance team is already hard at work poking around in the ceiling. He says, to my horror, half the ceiling tiles were removed, and there were 2 maintenance men on ladders looking for the cat. They were real close to the speaker, but hadn't found it quite yet. Instead of coming clean and letting the cat out of the bag,
Oh, you're getting so much trouble at this point.
the prankster decided to just go back to work like nothing ever happened. They eventually found the speaker, and shortly after, everyone got an email from the big boss reprimanding the guilty party and asking for any information on the culprit.
Sure.
However, despite the speaker being found, coworkers didn't believe that the speaker was the cause of the cat noises. They truly believed that there was still a cat up in the ceiling. One person claimed they absolutely heard the cat yesterday, and a couple of them claimed that they still hear it.
Oh my God, he just
He just broke them.
broke them. But I get not coming clean at that point because
it's
you're
over.
fired. You might be responsible for the money it costs to like shut down the office for that day.
Right.
There could be a variety of bad things. I mean, it's
One of
it'd
my
be tough
favorite-
to come clean at that point.
Favorite things about working here is that if I did that,
Right.
I think I have a pretty good chance of not being fired.
True.
You'd be like, that's fucking
I mean, I
funny.
don't encourage you to do it.
No, but if
yeah.
I did and you
I'm like, "Ah, okay,
thought
that's
there was a
good.
fucking cat trapped in the
You got me."
ceiling
I'd be
all
like,
day.
you fucking got me.
But unless it costs a bunch of money. Like if I came back for
Right.
lunch and all the ceiling tiles were out and people were in here trying to find a cat,
Then you gotta stay quiet about it.
took about a lot of equipment down.
Right.
I'd be like, oh, fuck. You would
Then
you
you'd
punch me.
Then you'd come in and be like, "Who the fuck? What the fuck's going on here?
Fuck, where's the cat?
Where's the fucking cat?" Yeah, you'd be looking for the cat.
Right. They'd go up there. I'd be already up there. I'd come in the door from lunch. I'd walk in. I'd be like, oh fuck, the ceiling tiles are all gone. I'd go back out. I'd go into a different suite.
Yep.
Get up in the ceiling, and then be
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, I'm already been up here. I've been up here for 3
God.
hours.
Yeah, we gotta find this cat.
I gotta find this cat. I've been here the whole time. It's wild. Like, good
And
on
then
you
you'd
guys.
probably time out when to find the speaker. You wouldn't want to do it fast, but like if no one else found it, maybe 3-4 hours in, you find the speaker. Holy shit, guys!
So,
Somebody
who did this?
Someone who hates bad magic put a fucking somebody put a speaker up here.
I'm putting my money on Dan. Dan probably did this.
Good job,
Good job,
Dan.
boss.
As I'm just
We'll just let it go, right? Fuck you. You'd know right then, like fucking Joe.
This reminds me of talking about awesome pranks. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on one of the shows. I don't think I talked about it on here though, and I'm going to butcher it a little bit. I think he turned it. I think it's a stand-up bit of his, but I'd never heard the stand-up bit on an album or anything. Al Madrigal, funny comic who actually I think he's kind of like the business guy behind All Things Comedy, that podcast network, and has been. But he's done comedy for a long time. Worked as a writer too. But I watched him doing a set and down in LA years ago, and he was talking about his daughter was doing like ballet classes, and he showed up. He was like he was going. That's right. He was working on the Daily Show. He said in this thing he was as a writer, but he was like that was in New York. He was wife and kid or maybe kids back in L.A. And so he was doing this crazy commute, fly to New York, be there for the week, fly back for the weekend in L.A.
Okay.
And so he flies back to catch his daughter's ballet recital, rushes from the airport, driving as fast as he can, gets there. 2 minutes late, 3 minutes late, whatever like that, they won't open the doors for him. This ballet instructor was just fucking super hardcore, like soup Nazi kind of like personality, and just like, and he got into it with some member of the staff or whatever like that, and they refused. They wouldn't bend.
Man.
The show started, tough shit. You don't get to come in and watch your fucking daughter, like that. And he was so
Thanks.
mad.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. What he did to get back at this ballet place, I thought was so fucking genius. He went to a grocery store or a deli or whatever, like a meat market, and he bought a bag of a whole bunch of shrimp, of small raw shrimp.
Right.
And he hid those shrimp in the walls. he poured it into like a vent, but he went in at some other point. Oh no, he went back. That's right. He went back because they weren't going to let him in. And he made it back to the little lobby area, got in there and hid shrimp fucking everywhere and like really well, and then like heard later from his daughter, so going there about like they had to like close the place down, they're trying to like figure out where this fucking smell is coming from, people are like dry heaving, but I'm like he shrimped him. And I'm like, that's fucking genius.
Classic shrimping.
Because that would smell so bad.
Awful.
So bad.
Hard to be a pretty swan
Yep.
when the whole room smells like fucking shrimp.
Rotten shrimp. Rotten shrimp. Ugh. Blah.
God, that is a good one. That is funny. Yeah, but that's all I had for Dumb Dumb Idiots.
That was
and
enough.
you are going to much enjoy what I have in store for Apocalypse Pending.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's the apocalypse. Oh, fuck.
Okay. So this story, I'm working in this business somewhat where in radio, you had to prepare for interviews.
Yeah.
And if you worked in television, you've done radio shit. Like you'd have to learn about the person.
Yeah.
Before you go do the interview. There's some people that you're like, fuck it. I know enough
Right.
that I'm going to be able to do this. But sometimes you get an interview assigned to you that you have no idea.
Two different
who they
times.
are.
2 different times, I had somebody look up the wrong person and ask me interview questions about somebody else's life. Once on
You have a
radio.
car dealership here down here.
One lady, it was on live TV back in Connecticut, and there was no way to not make her look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
She was like, "So what was it like growing up in Alaska?" And I'm like, "I don't know, I didn't grow up there."
Fucking never made it.
And then she's like, get out of here, comic. And then she asked me the next question. She's like, yeah, but like your dad was in the military? Nope.
Nope, never
and
was.
then like just a look of panic on her face. And I'm like, I don't know whose life you prepped for, but it wasn't mine. And it was so uncomfortable. She was
Give me that piece of paper.
so
You
embarrassed.
should have taken it from her and been
Right.
like,
That's not me.
this is Gene Simmons. So that's funny. A TV host flew 10,000 miles for an exclusive interview with Adele, only to have it canceled after he said he hadn't listened to her new album.
Yep. I heard about this.
Fucking idiot.
I heard about this. This was he paid the agency that he worked for.
Yeah.
What was it? Did you say it already? The amount, but I believe they paid $1 million.
I'll look into it here.
Yeah, they did. Okay, they paid $1 million to have the exclusive rights for Australia, I believe, to break like her album and to talk about this
Matt Doran.
Yep, exclusive interview. Yep, and he forgot to. He
Didn't even listen to the album 30.
Didn't she emailed a link, or her team didn't fucking open the email and didn't listen to the album.
Matthew Doran, the host of Channel 7's The Weekend Sunrise show. God, we've got to come up with better names for these news things. Flew to London from Sydney, a journey of about 10,000 miles back on November 4th to interview Adele. In her only album interview with an Australian outlet, the country's The Daily Telegraph reported. During the interview, when asked by Adele what he thought of the new album, Doran said he hadn't listened to it yet. The Telegraph reported and added that the singer was offended. Well, yeah, of course he fucking was offended.
Right.
But also fucking fuck you. So it was about $725,000 Australian money, but about $1 million.
No, it was $1 million Australian.
Sorry,
725,000
American.
pounds actually,
Yeah,
because they're
okay.
a British outlet. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. So the total package of the rights, the interview, and all that kind of stuff included access to the video from Oprah Winfrey's One Night Only. Like, it was just a ton of shit.
Yeah.
Like, this guy was given the opportunity to go and do this. And there's sometimes that you are prepping last second, and I get that. You had 10,000 fucking miles
You hit
to
a long flight.
put the album on your AirPods.
Check all your emails.
You could listen to it, I don't know, 5,000 times on your way there?
That's a big mistake.
That's a huge mistake.
and they still lost out on the $1 million.
Totally did.
Yep.
She was like, no, bye. Be
Yep.
fucking out of here.
Fuck off.
But it does remind me of trying to prep for, I'm not going to say the band. And it wasn't the worst interview I've ever done. I'm not sure if I've ever brought that up, where I guess it wasn't the worst. It was the most awkward when I did an interview with Vince Neil. And he had a list of questions that you can't fucking ask him. And all of them are all the questions you would have to ask him to have any sort of interview.
Right.
Like talk about his personal life.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about his daughter who passed away.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like he turned that into a lot of money towards a foundation to like represent her.
Yeah.
So, but you can't talk about that. No tour stories. No talking about the new album. No talking about the writing process. The only thing you could talk to him about was like a bar in Vegas.
He wanted to promote this one thing.
I guess, but that wasn't even why he was there.
Right.
It's a fucking tour. And you couldn't ask him about the whole fucking tour that was going to be going on. But there was a different band where I made the mistake of not prepping as well as I should. I did not think that who I was talking to was going to be that intelligent.
Right.
And I felt so fucking stupid.
Did they just own you?
Yeah. Just me
yeah.
going over some stuff, and he would be super short on purpose,
right?
Because he knew I had nothing else to follow up with. I'm like, oh my god, it must be crazy that you're going on tour with blah 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 in support of like your new album. And he goes, yeah, it's great. What's that new album? I'm like, oh fuck me, because I guess I thought it was it was Godsmack. So solely from Godsmack was, I mean, he was all right was an asshole to me. because I had no fucking idea what I was talking about. I like Godsmack way
Yeah.
back then.
Yep.
I figured it was going to be the same of every interview that I've ever done with bands
Yep.
in the same kind of genre.
Oh my God.
Where they're just going to talk a whole bunch and not really do anything. And he
Yep.
was fucking so checked out. He's probably getting a blowjob, is what it sounded like when he was talking to me. He was that distracted. He had nothing. I was like,
Yep.
well, fuck. We didn't even air it. Like it was that
Funny.
bad. And then, I got to talk you to.
Yeah.
Like you gotta fucking do your homework before you talk to these guys. And it was pretty early on. I never made that mistake again.
I actually, one of the things I stopped doing this last tour was outside of a few select shows that I have relationships with the people, I stopped doing radio interviews just because it was like this Groundhog's Day of 15 plus years of they just go to Wikipedia, but like whatever, or your bio it used to be. And it was the same 5 questions that had really nothing to do with it, that didn't lead anywhere funny. Oh, so you grew up in a little town in Idaho. What was that like? Oh, so, but it was just like at the time when I was, married before. Oh, you married an engineer. What's she like? And I'm like,
Engineering?
Right, engineering. How about you look at the fucking jokes I actually tell, and talk about that. But it's just so lazy.
Yeah.
That the second an interview opened up with, so you're from a little town in Idaho, immediately I was like, I'm done. I'm just checked out.
Yep, tiny little town.
Just waiting for this to be over.
Right. I wish I didn't come here. Hey, I'm a big scary city I'm in right now. Right. Oh my gosh, how'd I get in here?
Oh gosh, dang!
Do you guys know how I get out of here? I'm so scared.
Do you have any potatoes? That's all I'm used to eating. Growing up in small town Idaho.
Bop, bing, bop. Hey, farmer, got any cowboy hats?
Right.
Yeehaw, everybody.
Do you have a wheat stick for me to chew on, like I did in my youth in the farm?
Can I have a pull of your skull?
right.
And a wheat stick? Yeehaw. Next question. Gotta do that in the future. And
now one of the last ones I did bust a guy's balls. It was Alan Cox, Cleveland. But it's like, dude, I didn't even want to do the fucking interview. And they're like, hey, do you want to have you in the show? So I was like, okay. Because a comic I work with is Mary Santor. She's one of the co-hosts. I'm like, oh, okay, Mary's on there. And I like, Mary. And just out the gate, he must have just went to the bio and pulled up my first album. It's like, but he like pulled up this track. So what was going on in this track here? But it was from like literally 9 albums back. And I was like, beats me. That was a long time ago when I wrote that one. You really just kind of picked something at random, didn't you?
Yeah.
And that was like the tone of the rest of the interview. Like, what are you doing, dude? Ask me about, what was the pandemic. Ask me about something recent.
Right.
But
I think that was, and that was my big fault too.
Yeah.
Was that I knew a lot about Godsmack back when I liked them.
Right.
And I had no idea what they were doing recently.
Yep.
And I was like, I got this. I used to fucking listen to them all the time.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
I fucking blew it. But the big difference is, I was doing a bunch of other shit, and then I just got a call, and it was like, hey, you got to go do this interview in half an hour.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting paid $1 million to go do an exclusive interview and had 10,000 miles to fly there.
Yep.
And listen to the
That's
album.
why that's such a...
that's why it's a big difference.
Yeah, giant screw up.
Yeah. It was tossed on you last second. Verse, $1 million. Well, that's all I got. You want to move on to One Star Heroes?
We have a different angle today. I'm excited. Yes.
Hitting all the angles.
Boop.
I get no respect in real life, always am upset, so I let them know I hate them on the internet, yeah.
What'd you just whisper over there?
I was trying to practice her name.
Chibicapa.
Echevarria. Dummy Melanie Echevarria.
Okay.
I believe Echevarria. She sent in.
You do what I did, like I said. I don't know. Like that's what I do.
We have Melanie. I don't know.
Right.
No, I believe it's Echevarria.
Okay.
Melanie sent in a link to an article in SFGate, SanFranciscoGate.com, and she said, I bet this is going to fire you up as much as it fired me up.
Did it?
No, it did.
It did.
Knowing what you get angry about. So this is, when people complain about like wokeism, and I know it's become like a meme amongst the youth of like, of people who are a little older bitching about wokeism, what people get annoyed about is just the lack of logic and just and the fakeness of I'm going to be the most tolerant, but actually be the most intolerant, like the hypocrisy of it. And this is such a perfect example of this. Article, this is from December 4th. San Francisco restaurant apologizes for refusing to serve 3 armed SFPD officers. The restaurant, Hilda and Jesse, has apologized for refusing to serve, the officers, on Friday. We made a mistake and apologized for the unfortunate incident on Friday when we asked members of the San Francisco Police Department to leave our restaurant. Co-owners Rachel Stillox and Christina Lidags,
Okay.
Compton, wrote in a statement posted to Instagram Sunday afternoon. We're grateful to all members of the force who work hard to keep us safe, especially during these challenging times. I doubt they're that grateful, but they felt forced to write that now.
I bet.
Yelp added a disclaimer. We're going to look at the Yelp reviews to Hilda and Jesse's page, saying the page is being monitored by its support team after a bombardment of negative reviews earned the restaurant a 1-star rating. Oh my God, and they have been bombarded.
We got whacked.
December 4th, 10:30 p.m., a restaurant in North Beach refused. Okay, it's just adding to the story. That says staff politely asked the officers to leave, according to an Instagram post from Hilda and Jesse. And it's like a little brunch eatery. And it just opened its doors. This is bad for them. They just opened on November 1st.
And they closed them. When did this come out?
The statement also added that they made, this is not a political statement. We did what we thought was best for our staff. So what happened was,
Oh, boy.
and I won't read every single word. They didn't like that they were armed. That was the thing. It wasn't. That was what they said, is that they didn't want them bringing weapons into their cafe. Was like their side of it.
They didn't show up with criminals in their custody handcuffed.
Right.
They didn't bring them in.
No.
And be like, can we have a coffee, please?
Right. They didn't like that they had their guns on them. But it's like, when it comes to situations like this, I just wish people could pull their fucking heads out of their asses. Forget what you think about guns. This isn't random dudes, vigilante types, or whatever coming in with their guns. This is law enforcement. That's their fucking job. They're trying to protect your business amongst other businesses, and they need more than little no, please don't sticks to stop criminals from fucking doing armed robbery and things like that. It's just anybody who thinks that cops don't need guns, I'm just going to say a blanket statement. You're a fucking idiot. You don't know how life works. And I wish I could fucking take you and put you in the middle of a fucking war zone neighborhood and just drop you off fucking naked there in the middle of the night.
Talk about an episode of Naked and Afraid.
Oh my God. And then the next day be like, so how do you feel now about maybe the police need to be armed? You fucking moron who has no life experience.
Okay, just piggybacking because we brought up Naked and Afraid last week. God, that'd be funny.
Oh my God.
You 1 week jungle, then you're going to the desert, then you're going to a more wetter climate, and it's gonna be stuck. And then they put you in a fucking war zone neighborhood.
They put you in a fucking Afghanistan Taliban neighborhood,
right?
They put you in fucking Syria.
Oh boy!
Be like, hey, well, you still think that the world's just a big place where nobody should fucking have guns?
Drop you off, and you're literally fucking naked in the middle of a fucking fight. What the fuck? Well, I guess gotta start a fire. Oh, there's one.
Oh my God!
You get it because the building's on fire.
right.
You don't have to worry about that anymore.
But it's that peace and love. It's I love peace and love too. I can be a little hippy dippy, in moments, but it's I understand because I read the news and I watch documentaries, despite not having been to these. And I've been to places in South Africa and stuff where it's we had to have armed people escort us through a certain neighborhood because it's fucking rough. And it's yeah, that's tough. Anyway, so I could go off on that, but so check out these reviews. This 446 reviews on Yelp, 1 out of 5 stars.
Nope.
Oh boy. And here's the disclaimer. I've never seen this on Yelp. Unusual activity alert. The business recently received increased public attention, which often means people come to this page to post their views on the news. That's interesting. I do like that Yelp is doing that.
Me too.
So people just can't run a hate train on some business.
We've seen that. We've talked about that with most recently with the mask thing.
Right.
Where they felt like they were
started.
Yeah, and then a bunch of people showed up and started 1 star in this business.
But I also am glad that a lot of them went through on this business because that is a terrible business policy, as some people are talking about here. Brent B. Let's see. Or actually, no, I'm sorry. I had Jesse F. I just, you can't pick just one on Yelp. It's my only critique for 1 star.
Come on, I'll add to the list.
Yelp. Come on, Lee.
Google, YouTube, Charmin.
I'm the only person that probably wants this. I want to be able to click on each review and have it take up the full screen. Anyway,
full screen the review.
Yeah,
come on. You've been email and tech support for years.
We make fun of these guys.
Dan, you're the only one.
I know.
Dan, you're the only one that wants to full screen the reviews.
You're the only one that has that need. Jesse F. Says, I walked into this restaurant with high expectations. The atmosphere is nice and it's in a great location. However, don't come in. The service was atrocious. The food was even worse. You can't put lipstick on a pig.
You can.
We can. The food comes out fancy, looking great, but the owners and chef don't have a clue. It was horrible. I eat in the city a lot. Oh, this is not one of the police ones.
Nope.
So I was right the first time. Damn it.
That's okay.
Okay.
It still shows that it's not all just about the
Yeah, it's not all just about the
thing.
police. The first one is I had a terrible experience. Oh, that's right. This is the one. That's right. I put this one in last minute.
Okay.
I found the review that started, I think, the news attention.
Okay.
Brent B on 12.3 said, I had a terrible experience there today. As soon as I sat down to order lunch, as I was going over the menu, 2 police officers came to eat. I then heard the manager walk over to them and ask them to leave because of their presence. Are you kidding me? In modern day America, people are still being denied service for how they appear. Shame on you. Agreed.
Okay.
Then that kicks off.
I do wish that one said, I had a weird experience today. I walked in there, police pointed their guns at me when I tried to eat my biscuit. And
I get it.
So I get it. I get it. So I left, and
You hear the other side of the story?
I won't be going back.
These officers are constantly waving their guns around, be like, no, we don't, get out of here.
Oh,
You, out.
he has, and shoots at their plate from across the room. Ping, ping. Ricochet noises.
Chan Z on the December 5th, discrimination at its best. Don't go crying when your place gets robbed. You feel uncomfortable with the gun in your establishment? Really? But they are first responders.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He gets it.
Next one, Wonder W from Long Beach. 1 star on the 5th. Most of these are from the 5th. This is a quote-unquote safe space. One that you cannot come to when your job is to keep people safe. This is a quote-unquote weapon-free zone, but they don't realize everything from the fire extinguisher on the wall to the chef's knife becomes a weapon. This establishment is, quote, free of discrimination, but it refuses to seat/serve certain people. Since weapons make them feel uncomfortable, they need to turn in their knives to law enforcement and only cook with spoons. No weapons allowed. Owners and managers should be ashamed of themselves. Investors need to pull their money. This place needs to be boycotted.
If they had investors, they're gone now.
Oh, they're fucking long gone. I bet this place is done within the next 3 months. LL from Chicago. One more these 1 stars for right now. Worst food ever. I refuse to eat here again because you refuse to serve on-duty police officers in uniform working this neighborhood to protect your business. I hope your restaurant is robbed at gunpoint or vandalized. Better yet, I hope it burns to the ground. I will totally support the San Francisco Police Department's refusal to respond. There are thousands of other restaurants in the Bay Area which do not discriminate against paying customers that I'm happy to support. Since the owners felt uncomfortable with uniformed police officers dining in, I suspect that their restaurant staff is paroled criminals. P.S. If you want to dine and dash, this is the best meal spot for you. No police are welcome here by the owners. That's the thing I was thinking when they did this. It's like, oh man, you are opening yourselves up for somebody just fucking you, and then just be like, well,
fucking see ya.
Yeah, see ya. Good luck having the police take. If I'm an officer, I mean, I'm sure these officers have more integrity than I do in these situations and better control their emotions.
Sure,
but I'd be like, man, we'll be right
Go
there,
on.
and then I would drive to the restaurant about 3-4 miles an hour. Maybe stop my way to a different coffee shop, get a coffee, say hi to some people.
Excuse me, you go first.
Yeah, you go first. No, I'm not in a hurry. They're just this dipshit business getting robbed right now. I'll take my time.
And LL, you better hope to God that business doesn't burn to the ground. Because you're fucked. Like you just framed yourself, you big dummy. Well, I hope someone doesn't show up there and kick all your windows in and then shoot the place up. Wink, wink. Next day. God damn it. And he's like, shit, and it wasn't him.
Fuck.
Yeah, LL's fucked.
Now, there are some 5 stars, but some of the 5 stars so ridiculous. In response, people trying to defend it. Mm-hmm. Hayes Valley Girl, 5 stars, also on the 5th. Love this place and fully support them. Thanks, but I don't want a gun with my waffles. I also fully support the police. No, you don't. I don't think that these viewpoints are diametrical. Well, you're supposed to say diametrically opposed. But San Francisco is San Francisco for a reason. Yeah, you're the fucking bad stereotype of San Francisco. You are the person who makes other people hate fucking San Francisco for just the lack of logic. I don't think these viewpoints are diametrically opposed. Yeah, they are. Because they're not having a gun to look cool. They're doing it for their fucking job to keep dipshits like you safe. It's just, I can't understand for the life of me how people can't see that. Yeah. It's unfucking believable to me. One more of these 5 stars, Chelsea H, 5 star. I just want to try and balance out all the hate here by people who haven't eaten your food and are rating you on your perceived politics. No, it's not about politics, it's about fucking stupidity. Yeah. Your food looks lovely and I support queer-owned businesses. Here's why I included this one. Why not just write I support well-run businesses?
Yeah, why does it have to be?
Yeah, that's just a weird thing to say where it's no matter how they run it, if the people running it are gay or black or Hispanic or white, whatever, put in any kind of qualifier.
Or all of them.
Or all of them. I support it. I support, white businesses. I support black businesses, whatever like that. No, that's always fucking stupid in my opinion. It's support good businesses.
Sure.
Regardless, if it's a fucking...
if there's a reason, let's say...
Steve-O from Denver running it, maybe, but that wouldn't be a good business.
Let's flip this the other way.
Yeah.
Let's say that, they were discriminated against for being gay.
Yeah,
for being
then
queer,
don't support.
Then but I would go there to show my support because they are gay.
Oh, the business owner. I
Right.
think, I had it backwards.
So if there's always a place for it, this isn't the place for that.
Right, because there's
Has nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with the story. Absolutely. If there was like some homophobes that were, shitting on some business, I would also go out of my way to support that business to show like, hey man, not everybody around here is a fucking bigot piece of shit.
Exactly.
But they're shoehorning this in
for no reason.
in a nonsensical way.
Bingo.
Yeah. And then one more here, 1 star. I just love the way this was written. Somebody who Walnut Creek, kind of affluent area around the bay. And I'm guessing this person grew up in the Bay. I've just been there so many times working over the years. Mm-hmm. This is like, they're just, they know how to poke them. The vibe, very close-minded and a bit hateful. The food, overpriced, and everything comes with a side of intolerance. Also, they refuse to serve pork. The service, it's like they woke up on the wrong side of the bed. They were all very quick to judge and unwelcoming. And that's what I was saying earlier. I just thought that they nailed that kind of like, that's why people make fun of quote unquote wokeism. Right. Because there are, like, I have been to those places where it's like, we support, what is it? Non-binary, LGBTQ+. We support, Black Lives Matter, like all these things. But at the same time, if somebody comes in with a different political opinion to them, they're the most prejudiced and the quickest to like, get out of here. Just go. Like all Republicans are just fucking hateful people, which is such a stupid way to think. And just, it's like, how do you not see the hypocrisy, of your viewpoint there where you're like, I support, all forms of tolerance, except for when someone has a different political view than me, or might even have a different, then
challenges it in any way.
Or challenges in any way, then I'm the most intolerant motherfucker you've ever seen.
Hi, nice to meet you. I can't stop thinking about when you were mentioning the police officer. Yeah. Taking his sweet ass time to go there to if like, we need you right now, please, and you're like, go ahead, 1 second. Mm-hmm. Like you're like whoop, like playing little games with the weep, 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 like kind of get out of my way, but not really. God. But if you reverse it, and I was going there to rob this motherfucking place, I would call the cops 30 minutes before I even got there. I would play a little game with myself. I'd show up like, oh no, calm down. I already called the police. But you point at the defund the police sign on the front window, and you're like, they don't give a fuck. They don't care. I'm gonna take my sweet ass time. Especially in this situation, we heard the cops hate you guys now for what you did. Sure. So anyway, take my picture. Take my picture right now. I would take my picture. I'm gonna be holding a gun at your employee's head or a coworker's head. You're gonna show me with the money. Take your time. Show it to me. I want to make sure it's in focus. I'm gonna give you the number to send that to the local precincts. Like a dispatch. Right. And then what I'm gonna do is one of you motherfuckers is gonna make me a fresh biscuit. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna read the paper. I'm gonna enjoy it before I leave with your fucking money. Right. I'm gonna leave a photocopy of my driver's license. I want you to give that to the police whenever they show up tomorrow, the next day at some point. And when I leave, no getaway car. I'm actually walking. I'm actually going to walk. I walked here and I'm walking home. I'm going to play some hopscotch. I'm going to walk out in front of the building. I'm going to draw hopscotch squares. Right. I'm going to play 4 to 5 games. Then I'm going to slowly walk away. I'm not sure of the exact angle for the joke here. Yeah. Be like, here, go up front all the way down. You put a chalk outline around my body. Like that's how this could have been. But instead, I'm fucking walking out of here. Right. I'm going home with all your shit, and I'll see you guys later. And last thing I ask, again, here's my phone number's on the card there. When the cops do show up, just text me. Let me know, because I'm going to stop my stopwatch. And I want to see how many fucking hours it took for the cops to get here. And then see what they did when they got there. Right. Maybe they took all the evidence I gave because they gets burned. Who knows? Who knows? I'm just curious how it's going to end for you guys. I picture that person then just like, and then check this out. This is just for funsies. And then he just like looks at one of the employees, start dancing, and they're like, what? And then he just pulls out his gun and just fucking unloads the clip at their feet. I mean, that was loud, right? I have a silencer at home. Right. I chose not to bring it because no one gives a fuck about your bakery. Or he's like, oh, you know what? Fuck, I forgot my silencer. I'll be right back. And then he just, comes back 45 minutes later with the silencer. Like, oh, here, this is better. He ties him up. He's like, let me tie you up real quick. And then ties him up, and then just lets him be in sight, doesn't lock the door, has a little note. Has a little no one's coming. Leave a little note on the off chance that someone does happen to pop in here. Yes, they're tied up. I'll be back in 20 minutes to finish robbing them. Right. I already called the cops. Don't worry about it. Yeah, the cops will be here tomorrow. So funny. Yeah. And that is it is a huge, it's an important thing to travel. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to leave it at that. It's an important thing to travel because there's a lot to see out there, and don't pigeonhole yourself. Yep, and that goes for like people on both sides. Whatever, there is so much of that. It's like I've made more of an effort. I was thinking about this to have friends on
and acquaintances on both sides of the spectrum. And because I love having my viewpoint challenged, and I have like friends that are way more conservative than me, friends that are way more liberal. And I feel like not a lot of that's going on. A lot of people I know, it's like they find their echo chamber and they're like, oh, this is comfortable.
I'm going to lay down for a bit.
Everything I say, everyone else just goes, oh, yeah, I know.
All the time.
And
Me too.
And they just reinforce my opinions, and that's comfortable for me. So I'm just going to fucking stay in that pocket forever. Like there's so much of that. And
sad place to be.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because then you just get these little polarized chambers all around, and everybody thinks they're right because everybody around them just goes, fucking A, bro.
High five.
High five. You're
Fuck
fucking
'em.
right. Fuck everybody else.
Right.
And if all those little chambers just had to hang out with each other, it's like, oh, wait a minute. This other chamber, they're not fucking the monsters we made them out to be.
Right. Or they are.
Or they are, and they're right.
But give it a chance.
Give it a chance, but I would say most of the time they're not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most of the time it's like, oh, they just have some different priorities, and I had them kind of like labeled wrong in certain ways.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a weird thing where somebody will take like the worst, in their mind, worst aspect of somebody else's belief, and that will be the defining trait for that person. That person could do all these other things like so well, do so many amazing things. Nope. Because the one thing I've chose to focus on, I don't agree with, so fuck you forever.
This one post from 2016.
Yeah. Right.
Fuck everything else.
Fuck everything else.
All right, let's move on to some good news. And it's a fun story.
Sliver of hope.
Water Parks, which is a band. This was sent in by Dummy Tom. Water Parks officially changed song title to match fans' tattoo typo. So this is a really funny story, and I just love it so much. So we're going to breeze through it here, but there's a fan, goes by Clancy, who says, y'all...
Water Parks is the band?
Water Parks is a band.
Okay.
So Clancy, she goes, y'all, the artist put see you in the future. So her tattoo just says see you in the future.
In the future.
So straight up fucked it. They reached out, and at the time, Water Park's Twitter account, quote, tweeted a photo of the link with the caption, "My mouth is stuck open," with frontman Austin Knight replying to the band in his normal caps lock style. Water Parks, please, it's not too late to change the song title. Lo and behold, this actually is what happened. Back on November 3rd, the trio have officially renamed the song to See You in the Future on all streaming platforms, with Austin writing, "Hey, I saw your tattoo and figured the least we could do is change the song title for you."
That's awesome.
So
that is awesome.
They swapped it over and changed it, so now it's See You in the Future.
That's so cool.
I know. I love it.
That they would do that to make them feel better.
Because in a lot of ways, who the fuck cares?
Right. Like song titles don't have to make sense.
This is already way better than if it just said "See You in the Future."
Right.
So you'd be like, why the fuck does it say "in"? And then you look up the story and you're like, I fucking love these guys.
What if somebody has a tattoo with it right? Where it has just a one in. Now they're like, fuck you.
Well, you get another in.
Okay.
Well, at least they have a cool quote now.
Right now. See in the future.
Oh my God.
I'll still be dumb then.
Speaking of misspelled tattoos, one of my best friends, Doug Mellard, who opens up for me sometimes on the stand-up shows.
Okay.
I think this is so funny. Maybe 10 years ago now, he got a tattoo on his right arm, I believe.
Okay.
Definitely one of his arms that says "Accommodate Madness." He intentionally misspelled "accommodate" just so we could have like this fun moment in his mind when people are like, "Hey, dude, that's not how accommodate is spelled." And he'd be like, "Oh, fuck, no, and like act all upset. But because no one knows how to spell accommodate,
no one's ever got
not once. He has had a misspelled word highly visible on his arm for a decade, and not a single person has pointed it out to him. And so it's like,
bro.
Joke backfired.
Right. So, well, he knows. It's funny to him.
It's so funny to him. Yeah.
And eventually he got to work it into a stand-up bit.
True.
And then it's funny.
Oh, yeah, you saw him talk about it.
He's a funny guy.
That's right, yeah.
Very funny. All right, well, that's all I had for Sliver of Hope. Okay. And now we're going to move on to just a funny, timely thing that's on the interwebs.
Okay.
The internet has all sorts of neat things. Anything you want can be yours. Let's take a peek, together, as a couple. To you, from internet.
Just before we talk about the internet, this is crazy. My back and neck, like that magical, like super hard. I'm glad now that I let him fucking torture me.
Beat the shit out of you?
Because it's so crazy. I woke up, I rarely wake up just because of like pain or whatever. And woke up because my back just hurt so bad, like it hurt to move my neck so much. So stiff, like the most stiff it has ever been that way.
Right.
It's been slowly loosening up throughout the day. Something just popped when I was moving around over here, but like in a good way. and all of a sudden I have like the most range that I've had since before.
Start doing some jumping jacks.
Oh my God. I don't understand what massage does. I don't. I've never really looked into it.
I have a little bit of a theory on it.
Fascia, I hear terms like that thrown around.
A part of it has
What
to
is
be
it?
you make it hurt so bad that when it stops hurting, you think it's better.
I think there's a lot more
got to
to
be
it.
some mind game in there.
I think they break something up inside your muscles, and I don't understand how it works.
Squeeze it, and you're like, fuck, that hurts. And they stop, and you're like, oh, wow, that feels really good.
Yeah.
Because they're not fucking hurting you anymore.
Well, maybe that can be
There's
part
gotta
of
be some of
the
that in
initial.
there.
But there's something with like the lactic acid.
Oh, I know there is, yeah.
And they'll use these words. I've just never looked into it, but it's like some kind of like I don't even fucking remember the terms. But it's like things going on in your muscle that they can just feel, and they just like grind out, and you can feel those little like knots and things. But I'm like, yeah, but what is a knot? Like, what's a fucking? I've had them like, oh, I got a knot here in my arm. What the fuck is a knot?
What is it?
What's inside there?
Get it out of here.
How do those wizards know what to do?
I know. That's pretty cool.
It's amazing.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thanks.
Makes me happy. Makes me happy to know
crazy.
that you're happy.
Miracle workers.
You know I'm a sucker for these types of dumb things.
Okay.
And this one is extra dumb.
Yeah.
That I just wanted to show it. If you go to a website, it says, isitchristmas.com.
Isitchristmas.com.
And then you go to it, and then, no. It just says
Does
no.
it say yes on December
It does.
25th?
Yep.
Oh my God, that's
on
great.
December 25th, I think it has like a little celebration. Has
my
like some
God.
Christmas trees that are on the screen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if you go to isitchristmas.com right now, you'll say no. It's like, nope. It's not. Which I love that. I'm trying to think of the other examples I've brought onto the show in the past. It was like someone's birthday.
Yeah.
It was like, is it blah, blah, blah's birthday? No.
No.
It's just like, there's a Twitter account that just tweets out, today is not blah, blah, blah's birthday. And then when it is his birthday, it's like, today is blah, blah, blah's birthday. And that's
so
all
great.
they do over and over and over and over again. So if you want to send somebody a funny link today, isitchristmas.com. It'll always give you a nice reminder that, well, today especially, no.
No.
Just giant no on the screen. That's all I had.
Okay. You keep going. I'm trying to find this place to shout. I found him. I'm going to shout him out.
Oh, boy.
The place that gave him the massage. Its name has changed, I believe, but the address still is. They have one location in Post Falls. It doesn't show up here on the map, but I called this number. There's one location, 408 East Montana Avenue. And it's just like a small, like ma and pa, I feel like, operation.
Okay.
And their number is 208-930-0764. On the map right here, it says Oriental Acupressure Center. That might be the name.
Okay.
I don't remember, but it's by that Jeremiah Johnston little pub in Midtown by Capone's and all that. And it's kind of tucked away just off of what is that, 4th right there. And so I had it recommended to me by Jeff Wilson, a friend of mine who you know, and I want to recommend it to anybody in the Coeur d'Alene area. They have a location in Post Falls too. I've only been there one time, but they were so sweet, nice people. 208-930-0764.
I want to go in there and just like, appointment today, sir? No. I just want to say thank you so much for making Dan feel really good.
That's nice.
It's like, what? I guess I can shake their hand. I'm like, have a good day. What if we all just, we shouldn't because it's probably not what they want. You could call them. Or leave a review. Like, we just want to say thank you for making Dan feel so good. And then they're like, what the fuck?
What?
First of all, they'll start going through their book, like, who the fuck's Dan? They look up your name, and they'll probably, maybe they'll search it, and they'll be like, oh, fuck, he's a huge comedian.
They ban me because they don't want to be harassed. It backfires.
Well,
No, that's
in some way worth it.
And I will say, just for people going in, if you want all the candles and the music, it's not that. It's I didn't ask them like what country. They're not from this country. The Asian couple.
This isn't a meat locker.
It's not a meat. It's clean. Everything's sterile. It's but it's not like all the fancy incense. I don't care. I come for the actual work. I will say I've been to places that have all the fancy stuff, and I have many times at those places not gotten nearly as good of a massage, like as far as intense. Like, it was painful, but I asked for deep tissue, and they give different kinds, and I just love supporting those kind of businesses. You could tell that they focused on the craft of like making your body feel better,
Absolutely,
and not as much the rest. So it's on Montana Avenue, right there in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, right by the right by Midtown Motorworks.
I know that place.
Not too far from there.
They should rename their business like Danny Feel
Wait,
Good.
I lied. Just kidding. That's a different massage place that I just said with Motorworks.
Whoops.
Haha. JK. It's by Angelo's. There we go. Ristorante. and it's by that little
Which
Jeremiah.
also that restaurant fucking awesome.
It's so fucking awesome.
So good.
Little known. So it's on Montana and 4th. Yes.
Very cool.
That little Angelo's, again, if you're ever coming to Coeur d'Alene, you will not it's like a little hidden gem. It's a small, old school
like
Italian
20 people
spot.
that are allowed to be there.
And it's fucking awesome.
So good.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on here for some fans.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
It's junk mail.
Oh, fuck.
I just haven't pushed those enough lately, and I want to get them back out there. First piece of junk mail coming in from a grateful dummy, Cass, who writes, "Hi, Dan and Joe. My name is Cass." Hello, Cass.
Hi, Cass.
"I don't really care if this makes it on the show. Well, too fucking bad. I just want to tell you guys how grateful I am for this podcast and all other podcasts that come from Bad Magic.
Well, that's nice,
This
Cass.
specifically, though."
Yeah.
He is all caps, so I had
Okay.
to.
All right.
Single-handedly kept me from losing my mind for about a year now. I've listened to every episode probably 5 to 10 times.
Wow.
Thank you. And our advertisers, thank you as well. Gets me through house chores, long drives, grocery store trips. It makes me cry laugh in some of these darker times over the past year. My mental health has been suffering a lot recently, and every time I'm feeling sad or alone, I find myself turning on a random episode of this show, even if I've already heard it 5 times already. And
Aw,
5 isn't
that's
10.
nice.
So you can keep going, Cass. You have no idea how much you've affected my life in a positive way just by releasing these weekly episodes. It's one of the only things I look forward to every week. And for that, I am forever grateful. Thank you guys for being so fucking funny and having the same sense of humor as me.
Oh,
Cass.
thank you, Cass.
Yes, Cass, thank you. And we've been getting, I love messages like this because as we've talked about on this show and all the other shows, we're sitting in a room talking to each other.
Right.
And we try to be funny. We try to make each other laugh.
Yeah.
And it's nice to know that a reminder that it is helping and making other people laugh.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, right now, we have an audience of one person, and it's fucking Zach. And you do hear him laugh through the walls, and we go, boom, nailed it.
And then when we don't, we're like, well, fuck's his problem?
I go over here and I cross it off a little list. I'm like, don't add to funny joke list later.
When I say something that I know is funny, and I hear Zach not laughing, I write once again. I write, "Don't trust Zach."
Not getting race.
Less money for Zach.
Exactly. Well, cancel Christmas bonus.
Just so you guys know, that was great. Yeah!
To the moon. Raise it. Our second piece of junk mail for this week is a video sent in by dummy Matt. I am so excited. He gets it. There we go.
Zach just laughs like a maniac.
This is what we need. Okay, one more time. Hi, Dan and Joe.
There he goes. More crazy laugh.
Big fan of Time Suck and Is We Dumb, as well as Dan's comedy. I was listening to Mosh Pit, Shrapnel, Barbecue, Rogue Grandma, and the video you watched is FPS Russia almost unliving himself with a car door. Remember he blew up the truck and the car door flew by him? And I think he got in a lot of trouble for doing dumb shit. I guess and some people think he got screwed over. But that was real. Wow. I guess there's a bunch of blow up videos.
Oh my God.
Anyway, unaliving himself with a car door reminded me of the time a friend of mine wasn't quite as lucky. He didn't die.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm not showing a death video.
Yeah.
They had stuck
Faces
a
of
can
death.
of tannerite into a hollowed tree trunk and shot it. A 3-foot chunk of the tree flew out and smacked him, one end hitting his chest and the other one smacking his left nut. As far as I know, there hasn't been any long-term effects. It could have been a lot worse. And as you watch this video, fuck yeah, it could have been a lot worse. Anyway, you have the good works. Avid listener, Matt. So I have a video to show you.
Okay. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt. And here we go.
Whoa.
So shooting at it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, missing it.
Okay.
Got it. And
Oh. Whoa.
dude,
Blew that wood through the forest.
God damn, dude.
Oh,
Knocked the air out of you.
Can you imagine?
dude.
I mean, he's lucky it wasn't going crazy fast.
Lucky didn't hit him in the face.
But that's a big ass piece of log. Watch it one more time. I'll turn down the gunshot volumes.
And then,
But listen to when it hits him. Here we go.
okay. So boom. What? Oh, dude.
Fuck.
Ow, ow,
So
ow, ow.
painful.
Wood just whipping through the forest.
You good, dude?
That was a big one. It looked like a piece of cut firewood.
Dude, it did. They said it was 3 feet long.
Dang.
It is that. It just goes
And just
tumbling out.
Helicoptering.
Helicopters
Through
end
the
to end
forest.
to end, and then whacks him right in the fucking chest,
Oh,
leg
man.
and nuts. How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's funny because it didn't happen to me.
Exactly.
And I've done a lot of shooting at exploding targets, and this hasn't happened to me yet. So again, probably on them. It's not that it's dangerous in any way. They just did it wrong. Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, there's no way that it's dangerous to shoot it at explosives.
That you put into things like into a stack of projectiles.
Right.
What's the worst gonna happen?
That was That's
why it's fun. Well, I'm glad your buddy's okay, Matt. That's all we have for the show.
That was enough. That was plenty.
What, 72? Like a chicken? Yep. 72. Zach Flannery.
I still keep thinking about the angry masseuse.
I know.
I'm sorry, not the angry massage client.
Oh,
I still keep thinking about the person being like, not enough.
Not enough. You fucking do it.
Take your fucking knee. Put it on my dick until you fucking pinch off the end. This massage isn't done until you fucking knee my tip of my dick off.
You slowly roll over. You just take some pliers out of your pocket. And you're like, fuck me up, daddy.
Right.
And he's like, what the fuck? He's like,
take my teeth out. Rip my teeth out.
Rip my teeth out and shove them in my butt. What?
I want a deep tissue massage on my fucking eyeball.
Right.
Get in there and work out that tension on my fucking eyeball until it's squished.
Gape me. Gape me. What?
Gape me. I got a lot of tension, about 6 inches in my colon. Get in there and work it out.
Work it.
That fire extinguisher, take it off the wall. It'll fit.
I've already tried it. I tried it last time I was in here. I just didn't tell you. It was before you came in. Anyway, Zach Flannery, thank you.
You're welcome.
Producing and directing, thanks to Zach Cohen. Come to custom music beds for the show. Go buy our merch so that we can have happy lives and our families are fed.
Yeah.
And we don't cry at night.
Yeah.
Head over to badmagicmerch.com or go to iswedumb.com. Thanks to Logan Keith. Appreciate all your hard work on the merch. Follow us on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, at iswedumb. Promise to not call an Uber and rob the taxi and then bring it back and be like, JK, going to jail, going to Gulag for 3 years. I mean, it sucks for them. Private Facebook group, Is We Dummies, moderated by Liz Hernandez and the All Seeing Eyes. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are back. If you haven't heard, just go to YouTube or just go to the internet and search for Bad Magic Productions. It should show up for you. Then something you want to send into the show, dumb@iswedumb.com. And if you have a general question about, I don't know, anything. What could a general question be about?
Massage.
I mean, where the fuck's that place? info@iswedumb.com. That's where they can send it.
It's on 4th in Montana and Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
That's exactly where it is. But if you need it one more time, info@iswedumb.com. Everything else, dumb@iswedumb.com. Dude, he's fucking... He's
on fire.
He's $500,000 a year now.
Right, exactly.
We have to pay him as much as we pay an audience.
He owns Bad Magic.
Oh, no. He laughed his way to the top.
Yeah.
The second you don't fucking laugh, Zach. Back to the alley for you. All right, let's wrap things up with a funny.
Hey, you want to hear a joke?
Wow. Need that joke.
I have to say, probably one of my favorites.
Really? Mm-hmm. Now you just put a lot of pressure on me.
Doesn't fucking matter. Dummy Sherry. Why doesn't the can crusher like his job?
Why doesn't the can crusher like his job? I don't even have a guess here.
It's so depressing.
Ha! Okay.
See
okay. That's a great. That's not even a pun.
No, it's just fucking great.
Just wordplay. That's great wordplay.
It's soda.
It's so depressing. So depressing.
You get it.
That's clever.
Fucking got me laughing.
Okay.
Got me laughing. Got a ha out of you, which is the most I could ask for. We'll see you guys next week. Be safe.
Yes, we go!
Bad Magic Productions.